It's no secret. Today, we face unprecedented challenges in healthcare. The County of Santa Clara currently spends slightly more than half of $11.3 billion on county healthcare and is expecting a $158 million deficit in the next fiscal year. These expenditures are managed by an elected county board of supervisors, analogous to a board of directors. So the question is, do you have 15 minutes to learn about a candidate seeking to be elected to the Board of Supervisors who believes the current health care challenges, particularly in mental health, can be addressed?
Statistics shows that between 1/3 to 1/2 of our homeless population has a serious mental health difficulties.
My name is Jim Connor. Welcome to Game Changers Silicon Valley. My guest on this topic is Dr. Peter Fung, who is a physician and serves on the El Camino Health Board of Directors. Dr. Fung led the hospital stroke program for a decade and was recognized for his contributions by being honored with his designation of his name to the stroke program. Dr. Fung, welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Can you give us a bit of an overview of your experience and what you've done in healthcare in general, and specifically about your work at the El Camino Hospital?
Of course. So I'm a lifetime physician, and for many years, I've been a dedicated neurologist, specialized in stroke neurologist for decades. And in 2005, I was appointed the medical director of El Camino Stroke Program. And with passion, dedication, and a team of very active persons, I was able to elevate the program to one of the best in the nation, helping millions of people and therefore saving billions of neurons. And I was very honored when, after I left the program in 2015, they named the stroke after me.
Wow, congratulations. It's quite an honor. I have to say I have a personal interest in what you've done. I'm a little older. I have friends who have had strokes. I've had relatives that have had strokes. What causes a stroke?
That's a great question. People should understand that and know what to do if they have early symptoms of it. It is when the circulation of the brain got impaired either by an occlusion of the blood vessel by a blood clot or rupture of the blood vessel that would cause a hemorrhage. The first thing you should do is dial 911. We have established with the paramedic and EMS a system called Stroke Alert. Do not try to call your family and tell them what's going on. Do not even try to call your doctor, whom you obviously trust. And guess what? You don't want to have an appointment tomorrow.
Yes.
You don't want somebody to say, take an aspirin and call me in the morning.
Yeah.
Now, that's a joke.
Yeah.
But you want somebody who will come to you, and the first responder will come to your place within a minute or two. We have established that infrastructure already in the county of Santa Clara. Now that we are on the topic, one of the first things I'll try to do is to set up a similar service for mental health crisis, which we'll get into. When you have a loved one or yourself feels despondent, you want to do something drastic to end the situation, you may be able to call a certain number. And then, instead of talking to a regular operator, you will be able to be connected to a mental health expert who will analyze your situation. We want to decrease the number of suicides, especially young people suicide, school people, teenager suicide in the society.
Where do you see the mental health condition is, shall we say, making the greatest impact, doing the greatest harm?
Yeah, it is sad that we have to talk about that, but the situation has arisen. The first thing we need to do is to increase the awareness that mental health situation occur among every one of us. About 50% of the people have experienced certain mental health crisis, anxiety, depression in their life. And guess what? Only half of them have ever seen or taken care of by a mental health expert. The situation is far more serious in our student population. We are in a society where there is stress and difficulty with our lives. And we are all human. And we may not be able to adapt and take care of the situation. And we need people to help all of us, both you and I. And having the right person to do the counseling, to do the treatment, or even hospitalization will save a lot of lives. And I want the public to understand that mental health disorder is just like any other disease. So please understand that.
What about all the homeless that exhibit mental health problems? Is that a special case?
That is a great area that we should get into. The statistic shows that between 1/3 to 1/2 of our homeless population has a serious mental health difficulties. You would too. If you don't have a safe place to sleep and you are concerned that somebody may be stealing your belonging every minute, the stress is tremendous. And if we can help these people, instead of having them just laying around the sidewalk in garbages, in human waste, I think we'll reduce the homeless population by 1/3 to 1/2.
I think there's a lot of support for that. What will it take? I mean, getting you elected to the Board of Supervisors is one thing. Is there a program you would bring to the Board of Supervisors to, shall we say, put the resources together?
And there's a great problem we are facing. There's a group of activists who feel that perhaps it is a permissive attitude that some leader of large city have, that these people should be allowed to be homeless. They don't understand that a lot of these people are so disabled. We have a term called gravely disabled. They're not able to make a decision for themselves. This small group of people who have been slowing down the progress in getting these people the proper care are concerned about their human rights. That they feel that just taking them out to appropriate treatment center will be against their proper voluntary desire. They do not understand that leaving them out in the street will cause more harm. And with proper care, a lot of these people will be helped. We have seen and we have heard of the mortality of people that are in this group they have passed away while they are being homeless. By mentioning about the category of gravely disabled, we are not talking about just people with major psychiatric disorder. We are also talking people with substance use disorder, and unfortunately, the old disease, chronic alcoholism. You and I have seen people, we have relatives, we know of friends who are like that. They are not able to help themselves. We have to give them a helping hand.
Okay, very good. So let's talk. You've got the election coming up. You are a candidate. You have 4 of the people, total of 5. And is it the top 2 who come out of the primary go to the final election, unless one of you gets 50%? Is that correct?
Yeah, hopefully I will be the one with more than 50%. But this competition, this election is highly contested.
Are you the only physician who would be with that domain knowledge on the Board of Supervisors?
I am, and I hope that the voters will know of the importance of healthcare, especially mental health, the problem of which is facing our county at this time. I would like to add that I am an outsider, even though I have been serving on El Camino Healthcare District Board for 10 years. My job has been a doctor. I am not a lifetime politician. I am not a career politician. I want to enter the race to see if I can offer some solution to the county that has helped me so very much.
Well, thank you, because I think that is the most authentic statement that we could get from somebody who says, I'm here to do service. I'm here to bring solutions. So I want to thank you for that.
Okay, you're very welcome.
If people in our audience would like to make a contribution to your campaign or follow up and do some work, how should they contact you?
I welcome any kind of support, any suggestion, any idea, any criticism you may have. Please send it to me. My website is www.votepeterfung.com, and my personal email address is peter@votepeterfung.com.
Well, Peter, congratulations. And for the transparency, a lot of people don't provide their personal email address. But I really want to applaud what you're doing. I mean, I'm aware of alcoholism, and I've had personal experience with it, and I've seen many people with these mental conditions that you outlined in the homeless population and just in general. So I think you're doing a very brave and a very necessary service, if you will, to come and run for the Board of Supervisors. So I want to thank you for being on the show, and I want to wish you every success going forward.
And thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thanks for joining us in this episode. If you gained insights from this conversation, share this show with your network. You can view all shows at our website, gamechangers.tv, as well as the podcast at Game Changers Silicon Valley. We look forward to your continued interest in upcoming shows.